about 9 a.m. It's gonna be really hot today. So I'm just out here planting some things. Oh, you jerk. Nope. I think they're called, well, the Japanese beetles, and I think these brown oriental beetles, according to Google. Holy moly, they are everywhere. So I'm out here this morning to try to avoid the heat today, but I am planting some more beets and some more bush beans, a few different kinds. I'm gonna start some more tomatoes outside. Some spinach, I don't know, it's probably still too hot for spinach, but I'll try. And I'm gonna start some pumpkins. I never got any pumpkins, and already I'm kind of wishing I had started them, but these are quick maturing. These are 85 to 90 days, so just in time for Halloween. So I recently put out a video about the changes to the SAVE program, and I misspoke. I apologize. I think I said the SAVE program is ending August 1st, but that's not true. The 0% interest forbearance is ending. So the SAVE program's not going away. So my apologies for misspeaking on that. The SAVE program is still around until further notice. Just the interest is coming back. We've all had a really long pause from the interest, so that's been nice. And the payments, of course, the payment forbearance. Not everyone, as far as their debt and financial situation are concerned, not everyone used that time wisely. So yes, I understand that people are confused about, you know, payments coming back, and people are upset about it. And I get it. Like, I'm not upset. I want my payment back, as I mentioned. Like, I want to get back on my 25-year payment term so I can just, well, the sooner I make those 25 years of payments, the sooner I'm done. So, you know, whatever, bring it on. So I guess ultimately there's no panic about my latest income-based application. As I told you guys in last video, I reapplied for an income-based repayment plan again, even though I had applied for one back in December. Maybe that was not smart. I don't know, whatever. As some of you have pointed out, if I wanted to get back to making my 25 years of monthly payments, I could do that at any time. I don't have to wait for the SAVE program to end, or I don't have to wait until I am actually put on or back on an income-based repayment plan instead of the SAVE program. All of those options are totally fine. The only problem is, and I think what I was trying to do by submitting an income-based repayment application back in December was to have them calculate a new monthly payment for me. Unfortunately, the last monthly payment that I had was from when I was working at the nuclear plant, and my income is more than 4 times higher than what it is right now. And so by submitting that income-based repayment application in December, that's what I was trying to do. Give them my new income information so they could recalculate my monthly payment. They still have not done that. Phew, I already need to sit in the shade. It's so hot while I figure out what I'm doing next. I don't remember what it was off the top of my head, but my monthly payment was somewhere in the ballpark of $390 a month. But that's based on the income I had at the nuclear plant, which was insane. So I just need them to recalculate it. I will keep way more on top of it this time. I will call and bug them. I'll probably give them until early next week and just call and, I guess, first and foremost, ask what's going on with the income-based plan application I submitted in December and how's that looking. I don't know, just see if they can tell me anything. Plant some beans. Put some bush beans in here. This little random cabbage patch. So we did beets. Now we'll do some beans. Got some wax beans. I had one of my molars pulled yesterday, and I thought I'd be a little bit worse off today. Luckily, it was not as bad as I was expecting. When they pull a tooth, they tell you to be prepared for the crunching and the breaking noises, and like I was just, horrifying. I don't like getting Novocaine shots in the gums to begin with, or the inner cheek, or all around. Oh, gross. But the crunching, thank goodness it didn't happen. My tooth came out whole. Thank goodness. So I don't know, maybe it was just a bit less traumatic than it can go sometimes. Luckily, I don't have a lot of swelling or pain. I took 2 ibuprofen after the procedure yesterday, and that was it so far, knock on wood. $716 altogether. It was awesome. Not that I love spending that much money, but when you are paying for health things out of pocket in this country, it's a little bit worrisome, but it was fine. 716 was, I'll plant some green ones now. 716 was the price they quoted me over the phone. So I was just like, well, you know, things can go wrong and other charges happen, but nope, before they even shot the Novocaine in my gums, they came and like took payment and all that. I did pull that money from my HSA. So that did drop my HSA balance down a bit, and that's okay. I have not contributed to my HSA this year, which one of my financial goals is to max it out. I don't know how that's gonna go. Still gonna try. Really, I'm hoping like the investment property sells one of these days just to get rid of it. But if there is any extra is immediately I wanted to put in my HSA and or hopefully if there's enough, my Roth for the year. I am hoping to max both of those contributions out with the sale of the rental property, but at this point, I don't hold a lot of hope that there's gonna be much profit because there just hasn't been a lot of interest at all. A little bit more has picked up now. I don't know if interest rates dropped again. I've kind of tuned out of the housing market situation, but I thought I heard that the other day somewhere. The interest rates may have dropped again, so maybe that's reinvigorating people to kind of look into the investments in other properties. I don't know. I just want it gone. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot of beans. This might be an unwise choice, but I'm gonna put some pumpkins right here on the edge of the tomato bed since there's nothing else here except this crimson clover, which is looking so good. Planted this in all the raised beds as a cover crop because we didn't know we were gonna get wood chips. Thank goodness for the wood chips, but the clover is beautiful. I'm excited about it to flower. Also, we got it because it's a soil builder. And since this is the first season of these beds and this soil that we took from the forest, I could probably use a little conditioning for veggies. It's gonna look pretty once it flowers, and it's just helping keep moisture and nutrients in the soil. And then in the fall, I'll chop it and just mix it right in. Yeah, I think I'll just tuck pumpkins right here in this corner, and then they can grow out of the bed and ramble all over the ground as they see fit. I think that'll be a great idea. Hopefully that'll be one less thing we have to buy. Not that I would go out of my way to buy carving pumpkins or pie pumpkins. This says carving and pie pumpkins, dual purpose. That's kind of why I got them. But yeah, I don't have any great need for those, so I don't know if I would necessarily go out of my way to buy one this fall if I didn't have a pumpkin to carve, but hopefully now I will. But on a different note, the garden is looking so good. Not everything is doing great. Obviously, it's hot as hell, and the brassicas are not super happy about it, but they're hanging in there. I have handpicked so many freaking cabbage worms and Japanese beetles. They're slowing down. I think I finally got ahead of them. Oh, there's one on my sunflower. Look at that. Look at that little jerk. Look at that little jerk. I gotta fill the bucket with water so I can drown that asshole. Invasive little shits. Hi, little boy. Just add a couple of drops of Castile soap into a bucket with water. This just helps break the surface tension so that those beetles drown. Seems a bit harsh. But with invasive shit, that's what you gotta do. Kill them. Kill them all. It seems really savage, but it's for the good. And you just throw them in some water. That's it.